Good morning, students. Welcome you all. Today we are going to start with the another subject, economics, which is really very interesting. Economics is the one which through which we are going to discuss about the very important factor of our life, that is money or capital. We'll discuss about the budget. We'll discuss about the currency. We'll discuss in details about it. We'll talk about economy in that profit, loss, devaluation, inflation, backing, currency. We will discuss about GDP, which is very, I think so, may some of you know it, some of you don't know. We'll talk about the revenue, we'll talk about the industry. This all we are going to talk about in this economic subjects. Children, before talking about the economics, let's talk something interesting about the economics. Might be you know or not. Let's see. We'll talk about history of economics. See the picture. This is a picture of respected Adam Smith, who was a father of economics. And there are many more economists. You might have heard the name of Karl Marx, J.B. Say, J.M. Keynes, David Ricardo, many more economists, the well-known economists who has given their best ideas for the development of their respective countries. So we'll talk about the economics. Before talking about economics, let's see what is economics. Economics, actually, this word derived from two Greek words. Okay, okios, it means a household, and nomos, it means management. In short, what we are going to talk about it, we are going to talk about the home management in economics. Home, it differs. I'm talking about my own family also, when I'm living in the society as a Indian. So I'm talking about my home management, about my country. So economics means home management. The head of family faces the problem of managing the unlimited wants of family members within the limited income of the family. In fact, the same is true for a society also. If we consider the whole society as a family, then the society also faces the problem of tackling unlimited wants of the members of the society with the limited resources available in that society. So children, what we are going to discuss today about in the economics, that is about the home management. Whether it is talking about my family, or we'll talk about our society, or we'll talk about our country, wherever. So through the income only we are satisfying the needs of people. Sometimes it is possible, sometimes it is impossible. Let's start. We are going to discuss the first chapter, that is development through economics. So we will discuss in detail about this development. Children, when we talked about development, how it should be, for you development is a different concept, for me development is a different concept. For you, like talk example, you are in 10th standard, and for you the next development will be the good marks in 10th standard. Whereas if I'll talk about the better teaching, the better one, better opportunity, better the resources, this will be the development. Different person, different goals, different opinion, different ideas. These talks about the development, different people's different goal. Let's talk about it in detail about the development. Children, we are going to discuss in this chapter about the development, goal of development, national development, comparison of country will look. We'll talk about the human development, how to measure the development, and then after the development should be sustainable. Okay, so we'll talk about these chapters. These contain subtopics of this in detail. Let's start first of all. Before starting this chapter, it is must to go with what is development. See, development is the process in which something grows, becomes more mature and advanced. Obviously, development means what? Progress. Progress which is literally very mature and advanced as compared to the previous. That's why it is said as development. A branch of economics that focus on improving the economics of developing countries. Development economics how to promote economic growth in such countries by improving factors, like what improvement if I wanted to develop my country. So how I'll develop? The economics doing the same thing. They do the research of particular countries and particular state, what factors required for the development of that particular state or a country. Like if I talk about my country, so where I am lacking, talk about that. Maybe we'll have shortage of primary health center. We'll talk about education, working condition, maybe it is not good, domestic or international product, we'll talk about it, policies, we'll talk about policy and market condition. So it examines both. Now what economics do, these all factors, they goes within two way. Macroeconomy means widely and microeconomic means narrow factors. So relating to the structure of developing economy and how that economy can create effective domestic and international growth. Like today if I'll talk about our schooling system, let's start about our education. We'll talk about it. So when I'm talking about education, it means that, see, we do the development, we have different universities, whether it is at the level of state, whether it is national, some are international also there. So children, we have seen the economics when they do the study, what they do, they looking after the concept. Like talk about if they think, now today we know that Kerala 100% literacy is there. For what reason? It means their education is better. So might be working condition or any other problem will be there. So economics, what they do, first they do the search of the different states and which factors needed to be developed. Like some needed to be micro focus, some needed to be macro focus. So it depends upon these economics do according to whether to relate it to the domestic one or to connect through the international. They wanted to bring developments in the following factors like health, education, working condition, domestic, international policies, market condition, depends upon that which policy and programs required for the development. So development depends from country to country, state to state, town to town, city to city. It depends which development is required at which place. Second thing, what development? The idea of development or progress has always been with us. Always, what we think about in our mind. Always we are thinking about why we are doing study, why I am teaching to you, why the people are near you. So what is the main idea in the mind of every being? They think about the progress. We have aspiration or desires about what we would like to do and how we would like to live. It depends on us. You have right to life, nobody will object you. Your parents obviously will let you about it, but the third person to whom you don't know, they won't be able to let you that you should do this, you should do that, you should live like this. This is impossible, depends upon the person. But the children, those who are giving any suggestion or ideas, what they are thinking about, they are thinking about the development of yours. So this is what differs from place to place, person to person, the things upon it depends. Now we are talking in detail about this. We'll look after some of the example. Through that we'll understand how it is different people, different goals. Children, different people can have different development goals. What may be development for one may not be the development for others. It may be the destructive for others or subjective for the rest of. Depends upon it. Take some examples. If I'll go with some of the categories, landless rural labor is there. More days of work and what they want, better wages. Local school is able to provide education for their children. Prosperous family, they thinks about assured high family income through higher support prices for their crops. So depend, landless labor thinks about that my development will be there if I'll get a good working condition and better wages. Depends upon that. One more thing will be there, the local school should provide better education. The farmer is thinking about that I should get a good price support for my crops which I have produced. So depend upon the different people, different goals. A girl from rich urban family, she wants as much freedom as brother and is able to decide what she wanted to do in life. But you know that the previous was there that conservative people were not giving more freedom to the girls. Depends what different goals different people are there. So different person can have different developmental goals. What may be development for one surely may not be the development of others. So it may even be destructive, may be. So how will look after? A question arises, do all of these persons have the same notion of development and progress? Obviously the answer is no. I told you, just simple example. Your development, my goal, your goal, it will be different, and according to me the definition for development will be different, and for you development definition will be different. So we got to know that different peoples can have different development goal, and maybe the development for other can be destructive for someone else. Like for me it is good, for you it is not. Depend. So income and other goals. Besides seeking more income, people also seek things like equal treatment, freedom, security, and respect for others. They resent discrimination. In some cases, these may be more important than income because material goods are not all that you need to live. Depends. Like rather than if I'm thinking that my income is good, but I must be thinking about the others should also, I should get some supportive rights also. So money and material factor we can buy with it is one factor on which other life depends, but the equality of life also depends on non-material things. There are many things that are not easily measured, but they mean a lot to our lives. Take example, if you get a job in far off place, but what luxurious life, the comfortable things required with the job may you'll not get, or may you'll get it, or some of the place you are getting job but income is not good but other facilities are there. Depend income and the other goals. Similarly for development, people look at the mix up of goal. Why it is mix up? Like take example of a woman. If women are engaged in paid work, their dignity in the household and society increases. There would be more sharing of housework and a greater acceptance of women working outside. Safe and secure environment may allow more women to take up a variety of job and run a business. Like if we are working at the place as a woman I'm talking, so if I'm getting all the securities, all the support, so definitely I'll be the example for the others that we can work at very places, at very secure environmental place where the same thing is there. So children, this is what the concept we read. We read in a different scenario, we read it in a different people's different goals. Now let connect the development through the nation. Different person could have different as well as conflicting notion of a country's development. Like if I'm talking about national development, so what I should think about it, my nation's development, I'll focus on what heavy industries is set up. I'll think about that. We can say that it's all round development of nation, and there should be progress in the field of education, health, national income. So the national development is possible through what? If these factors are developed, so automatically it will be run up. Children, now we look after when I'm thinking about my nation should have to be developed, but how I'll get to know about it that my nation is developed? Here, see, if there is no competition, so I won't be able to examine myself like this. Like take example that if you are you have participated for running race, and how the people will judge you if you are individually participated. So there must be some other competitors, through that I will compare and I will think about it. So here comparison is also different. Like if I'm looking a person through in the, I'm just judging a person A and B and thinking about that A participated in the running race and B participated in the Lagdi, so I can compare themselves? No. So comparison also should be with the same factors which is required. So criterion we may use to compare depends on the purpose of comparison. We use different criteria to choose a sports team, music team, for a debate team, team to organize a picnic. Usually we take one or more important characteristic of a person and compare them based on these. So when I'm selecting, like take example, if I wanted to choose for a Kho team. If I wanted to select student for Kho team, so what factors and characteristic I will compare of the students? I'll think about the decision making factor, I'll think about their sharpness, I'll think about the whether their running race is good or not. So these through I'll compare and I will choose the person. So depend upon it. So comparison must be there. So when we do the comparison with different countries, then only we are able to get it whether we are developing or whether we are underdeveloped. Let's start with this comparison. For comparing countries, their income is considered to be the one of the most important attributes. Greater income is considered to be one important goal. If I'm talking about the country's development, so obviously we says that USA is a developed country and we are developing countries. So what we are comparing? We are comparing the many factors. We compared health, we compared education, we compared the income of their and ours. So greater income is considered to be the one important goal. Whatever people like and should have, they will be able to get with the greater income. So what is important first of all thing is to do the greater income. We'll think about it. Comparison of different countries or a state. If I'm comparing with different countries or with the different states, comparison of countries are particularly based on their income. First of all, its basic attributes are comparison, because I today if I'll think that Kerala is has a 100% literacy rate is there, so what I compare education. If I talk about good production, where it is, which place is called as the granary or the bread basket of India, so here I comes the Punjab. So what I'm comparing, the comparison obviously it goes with the income or some other factors, but the income which decides a lot. Countries with a higher income are more developed than those of less income. Obvious. Anybody is compared, talk person to person, state to state, or country to country. The first factor which is required to compare, that is the income. Here more income means more of things available that human needs. It means if I have income, I have a good better capital with me. It means that I am able to complete my all dreams. So human needs will be completed if I'll be very strong with the income. For comparison between countries, total income is not such a useful measure. Some other factors. Since country have different population, comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn. Like if I'm talking about income I have compared, but I have not seen the population of that particular. Like talk about A and B family is there, and both the family has per month 50,000. A also 50,000, B also family has 50,000. But the member those who are there in A, only 4 are there, and the member those who are there in B, 10 to 15 people are there. So is it a good way to compare with the income, that it means that that person is developed, this person? No. So different factor which is required after the income, that is the country. Different population, comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn. So here depends. So World Bank World Development Report, it gives you some basic criteria brought out by the World Bank. What it is criteria through which the country will be declared as whether developed or poor, rich, it depends. So countries with per capita income of rupees 4,53,000 per annum and above, that is the report of 2004, that countries will be called as rich. Whereas those with a per capita income of 337,000 or less than that will be called as low income countries. So India comes under low income countries because its capital income in 2004 was just 28,000 annum. So rich countries are generally called what? Rich countries are generally called as developed country, and we are at the process of developing today. So children, how to find out the income of a country? Here's the answer for you. To find the income, we take the average income, which is the total income of the country, and it's divided by what? It divided by the country's population. Just I have given you example that population also should have to be compared with when I am talking about the income of any country. So average income is only called as per capita income. One more question answer will be asked to you. So hope you are getting it. Taking income. The average income is also called as per capita income. Let's see the example. Let us take two countries A and B. Suppose population of these countries is 5% each. Okay. Now look after the incomes. A's income, if I am comparing with the B, an average you gets it. Five people are there, getting? But income average, it varies. See, A, if I am comparing 9,500, 10,500, 9,800, 1,000, 10,200. Whereas I am here able to see 500, 500, 500, 500, but fifth one is 48,000. So what it happens? The average incomes lets you what? The per capita income of that country. Which one is the better one? Good. B. So here we are able to get it, the good idea. If I wanted to compare any country, so with income if I am comparing, I should have to go with the population too, because per capita income, it means the average income of country decides whether It comes in the criteria of rich country or low income country. So here, hope you have understood about it. What we discuss about the development, what criteria is required to compare countries. Hope you are getting it. If you have any problem, just send me your queries to my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you.